You're listening to episode 93 of the Nichole Banks Podcast. Dear Future Me, a love letter from the woman you're becoming. Hello, hello. Happy Taco Tuesday, one of my favorite days of the week. Not gonna lie, it's true. How are you? What's going on? Check-in time. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're feeling fabulous and ready to dive into somewhat juicy conversations. Whether you're sipping on morning coffee, enjoying a midday pick-me-up, or winding down with a refreshing drink, I hope it is in the shape of a wine glass or taking a moment. Just take a moment and check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Are you ready to embrace this journey of healing and empowerment? Remember, it's all about the progress, not perfection. Let's shake off the week and get ready to have some fun. Here we go. Okay. I personally have been extremely busy with my book. Yes, you guys know I'm publishing a book. It is so close to being done. I'm super, super excited. For the longest time, the book title was going to be The Second Act Formula, How to Thrive in Midlife. But the reality is I have been working very, very hard with a business coach, and we have niched my niche down. So I'm going to talk business shop for just a second. Here it comes. For the longest time, since 2015, I've been a life coach. And when starting working with this business coach that I absolutely adore and love, I think everybody should have a coach, just throwing that out there, whether it's life, personal, health, doesn't matter. Everybody needs a coach. Yes, I'm endorsing coaches. My point being is that since 2015, the majority, I literally, out of the hundreds of women that I have worked with since 2015, some has been classes, some has been group coaching, some has been one-on-one, some have been workshops, retreats, seminars, all the fun stuff. But the reality is that the majority of my women I work with have been divorcees or women going through divorce. And so we've niched down to help women thrive after divorce. Now, what are my qualifications? Of course, I'm certified as a life coach, but my niche is helping women thrive after divorce. And I've been twice divorced and lucky in love now, and feel really good about who I am able to help and the direction I would love for them to see. See, I have in my book that's coming out how to navigate heartache, healing, and love after divorce, right? If you've been following my social media, you've probably seen me post a couple of things on my book cover and getting some votes and things like that on that. But also just knowing that that's really my niche. That's what I teach anyway, right? When we get to the root of a problem with a life, as a life coach, literally they're heartbroken, they're still hurting, they're still healing, they're looking for new love, they don't have self-love, all the things, and they all narrow down to that pain. So, ladies, here I go. I am sharing something with you today because today's episode is like a cozy cup of coffee with your future self. Picture this: the woman you're becoming, the one who's healed, grown, and glowing. Yeah, her. Today we're writing a love letter to her. Don't worry. We're going to keep it real, a little bit messy, and totally authentic, just like life after divorce. Ready to get a little reflective, a little vulnerable, and maybe even a little excited about who you're becoming? Before we do this, here is the disclosure. Some people will be in the perfect mindset to do exactly this exercise. Understand, I'm not a woo-woo girl. I'm not. I do stuff. I have professionals come in on my retreats and we do the sound healing, which is epic if you've never done it. OMG. If you want more information on my retreats, go to my website. There's lots of information, and we've got a couple up and coming in January. I'm going to share something with you, though. We do this sound treatment, this sound healing, the sound healing. We do this sound healing, and it is epic results for just letting go. I kid you not. I have had more women compliment that particular session. It's just amazing. They literally hear the sound. The lady will come in. I've had a couple different ladies at a couple different retreats. Every single one of them has been epic. but they come in with a gong. They come in with the bowls. They come in with the little chimes on your fingers. What are those called? Little bells or little cymbals, little bell symbols, little finger symbols, like the belly dancers, right? They come in with all that stuff. They come in with a triangle. They come in with sounds and things that vibrate sound. It is intense. It is so relieving. It is amazing. If you find yourself in the need for an epic cry to just dump and let it all out, I promise you need to go to a sound healing treatment and you will be able to let it all out. It's just the weirdest thing and cool all in the same breath. I mean, it's just epic. It's pretty cool. Anyway, my point being is this. That's as woo-woo as I get. So this exercise, if you are not in the right mind for it, it's okay. Save the podcast, download the podcast, and wait until you are. If you are in the right frame of mind, this will be an epic experience, and you'll go, thank you, Nichole, for doing this with me. Yeah, that's what I'm about. All right, so here we go. I just need you to remember it's not about perfection, okay? It's about progress. And so what we're going to do today is, if you're ready, I am too. Today we're writing her a love. Okay. We're diving into the magic of the future you. You know, that amazing woman who's out there strutting around like she's got the world on a string, because she does. She's you, but a stronger, more resilient, glowing version. Today, we're writing her a love letter. This episode is called Dear Future Me, a love letter from the woman you're becoming. Whether you're driving or sipping coffee or on the treadmill or out in the neighborhood on a walk, when you get an opportunity, I want you to grab a pen, a journal, and a tissue, because you just might need it, because it's going to get real, raw, and reflective. Let's get real. Why should you write to your future self? I mean, we're all busy, right? I get it. Like, Nichole, I don't have time to be doing this. You have me journaling, you have me texting, you have me doing all these things. This one is really, really important for you. And the thought of putting pen to paper and having a heart-to-heart talk with future me might sound a little bit out there. It might. It could. Some of you all are rolling your eyes. Insert eye roll. But stick with me, because this isn't just a cute exercise. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of the woo-woo. Writing to your future self is like setting intentions on steroids. It's about visioning, claiming what's yours, giving yourself a little roadmap for where you're headed. I'm all about taking charge of your healing, and this is one of those things that plants the seed in your mind. Hey, future me is counting on me. And the truth is, healing is not linear. Healing is not linear. It's messy, it's complicated, and some days it feels like you're taking 2 steps back. I have been there. But the woman you're becoming, oh honey, she's standing there with open arms saying, thank you for doing this work. All right, now let's break it down. Let's break down this letter, writing magic. Think of it as think of it like a conversation. No pressure, no perfect grammar needed. It's just you being honest, raw, and totally you. Let go of the perfectionism. Grab your journal, or if you're old school like me, some pretty stationery, and let's start. So what we want to do, the first thing we want to do is open with gratitude. We basically want to start with, Dear future me. And the first thing I want you to do is thank her. Thank her for the strength she's shown. Thank her for the lessons she's learned. Thank her for not giving up too soon. Thank her for being there for someone she has loved so much. Thank her for not being afraid to let go. Now you might be wondering, how can I thank someone I have never even met yet? How can I thank someone I haven't even met yet? But here's the thing. That future version of you is just waiting for your current self to rise to the occasion. For me, I wrote something like this. Dear future Nichole, thank you for holding on. Thank you for all the nights you kept going, even when the weight of heartache felt like too much to bear. I know you've overcome so I know you've overcome so much, and you're standing in your power right now. And girl, I am so proud of you. Next, I want to talk about where you are right now. Where you at, girl? This is where it gets a little gritty, but it's so important. Your future self needs to know what you're facing today, because one day she's going to look back and say, damn, I made it through that. So stop right now and think, where are you at right now? Are you hurting? Are you anxious? Are you sad? Are you depressed? Are you taking baby steps? Are you frozen? Can you move? Are you moving daily? Are you setting boundaries and holding true to them? Are you putting yourself first? Are you taking care of yourself? Where are you at right now? Your future self needs to know what you're facing. Maybe you're still navigating the grief of your divorce. Maybe you're struggling with feeling like you're not enough. Maybe you feel your business is not going to be successful. Maybe you're just tired. Are you freaking exhausted? Sister, I get it. Tell your future you about it. Tell future you about it. Write it out. Let it out. This is where you get to acknowledge your current pain, but also remind yourself that this is not your forever. Okay, so I promised to expand a little bit more on my letter, and here's what I wrote sitting at my kitchen table with a big old glass of wine one night when I was really feeling all the things. Dear future Nichole, I see you. I see the woman you've become. And wow, I can't believe we got here. Right now, things feel heavy. There are moments where I question if I'm ever going to find peace after the mess I've been through. But I know you've made it. Through. I know you're standing in a place where love doesn't hurt anymore. You've surrounded yourself with people who fill your cup instead of draining it. I know you found someone who treats you like a queen, and that's because you finally learned to treat yourself that way first. I am proud of you for that. The road wasn't easy, but look at you now. You're thriving, you're traveling, you're showing up for yourself every single day. You put the work in, and your efforts are paying off. Your business is growing. You're helping other women. I love you, girl. Keep going, because we're just getting started. Ooh, that one gets me every time, right? Here's the fun part. What advice do you want to give her? Your future self is wise, but she also needs a little pep talk. What are the lessons you're learning right now that you want her to remember? For me, it was all about trusting the process. I've always been that girl who wants things right now. Boom, boom, boom. Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. I mean, seriously, patience is not my strong suit. But one thing I've learned through heartbreak, through the healing process, and through love again, is that some things just take time. So here's what I wrote about this. Nichole, remember that even though the journey felt slow at times, you never gave up. You didn't rush your healing, even when it hurt. And that's why you're here today, because you allowed yourself to feel, to process, to grow. You've learned to trust yourself, and that's the greatest gift you've ever given yourself. Now, ladies, it is your turn. What does your future you need to know? What does she need to hear? Maybe it's just that she's enough. just as she is. Maybe it's a reminder to laugh more, to love harder, to take more risk, to carpe diem, live in the moment. Write it down, get real. Finally, I want you to wrap up your love letter with love. Because at the end of the day, future you deserves all the love you can give her. And this is your chance to shower her with it. I want you to tell her how proud you are. Tell her how much she means to you. Here's what I wrote to my future self. I say, Nichole, you are loved deeply. You are enough. You've always been enough. And I'm so proud of the woman you've become. Thank you for never settling. Thank you for being brave, even when it felt impossible. You are living proof that healing is possible. And I love you for it. Boom. That's the power of loving yourself through the process. Future you needs to hear that. All right, ladies, now it's your turn. I want you to sit down and write your Dear Future Me letter. And when you do, here's what I want you to do next. I want you to share a snippet of it with me on social media. Seriously, tag me at Ms. Nichole Banks, MsNicholeBanks, or use the hashtag Dear Future Me. I am telling you, when you put your words out there, it's like sending a little bit of magic into the world. And if you're feeling super brave, DM me your letter. I'll feature some of them in an upcoming episode, because if there's one thing I know for sure, it's that we heal together. I am wrapping this up here because I think I left you enough for today. I want you to take a second and just breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Future you is out there cheering you on. You're on a journey, and she's waiting for you to step into everything you've meant to be. Keep going. Keep healing, and never forget, you are stronger than you think. If today's episode moved you, don't forget to leave a review, share it with your bestie, and post it on social. Let's grow this community of powerful women, one love letter at a time. And always remember, dare to begin. I am Nichole Banks, and I'll see you in the next one.